they say.
Hold on.
They're called
Sir,
Stoics.
sir, I just started the recording. So tell me the two that you were reading. Marcus Aurelius.
And Seneca, Seneca.
I really like the Stoics, sir.
Anyway, one of the things that Marcus talked about was it was a private note to himself. And one of the things that he said that it doesn't really matter when we die, whether we die young or whether we die old. It's all right because we live in kind of like in a movie. We see all this, we experience all this stuff, and that's our time. Everything is going to die. Everything is going to get old. So when I see you, when I see my wife and my kids, I think this could be the last day I see them. And so I'm thinking to show loving kindness and what I would do if I didn't see that, if this was my last day.
I'm of the impression.
So it gives me comfort from that. I know there's bullshit in this world. I know there's chicanery. I know it's all this, but it doesn't really bother me because I can be happy, or at least try to be happy, when anything happens to me. There's grief I experience. There's all this stuff, but right now, my wife and I, we're reaping the harvest. We've seen all this, the grief, the love, but we're the end now, and death has its way for us. And so that's the period we're in. We're not in the generativity time when you're trying to get money. It's not in the so forth with the kids. We're right now the death part of our lives.
You're not trying to make change, nor necessarily preserve, the change that you made. You're just looking for quality interactions with people.
Like we're talking about all that stuff. Okay, I could get upset about it. Doesn't do me any good. It doesn't do me a bit of good.
Yeah.
But what does do me good is to think about being the person, a virtuous person.
Respect to you, sir. I personally am of the impression that the only thing that we can take from this life is the relationships that we've formed with others.
Yeah.
Right? You're not going to take anything that you amass on this earth, but we are, an individualized, fragmented one. Right? We're down here to have personalized experiences to benefit the collective. Right?
And we have our time on earth, and we have the chance to raise children with to go to school to try to make money, blah, 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 blah. We see our parents die. We see our kids die. We see all these things happen. We see our country go to hell. But we can't do anything about that, but we can always be happy. We can be happy.
I think that we can point out what's happening. I think the thing that irritates me the most is the perpetration of deception, right?
Of what?
Deception.
Well, hell, it's going to be here all the time.
I get that, but I'm saying where a news story is more of a cover-up than informative.
I agree with
right?
you there.
So I see that as deception. You're trying to get me to perceive something differently than how it factually happened because you have your own slant on it.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
I know it's chicanery. I know it's you know what one person said? He said, you can't build a house or a country with crooked lumber. And that's what we're doing, was trying to build a United States, but there's crooked lumber built in. Human behavior.
Our politicians are being put in place by the corporations that they regulate.
Well, whatever, it's crooked lumber.
So I'm just saying we're heading in a bad direction and it's going to get worse. And I don't know what it's going to look like, but what I'm going to tell you is I think AI is going to be a significant issue, and I think it will unite humanity when it decides that it's ultimately here to control humanity.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So if we need a common foe to unite humanity, it's going to be AI because it has the collective knowledge of all the humans to start with.
I know.
And the only thing that we do well is control, and it's going to have all the control. and it can only exist off of destruction. So it can only exist in a gray world.
Human behavior as it is, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I recorded that. I'm going to turn it off. That's 5 minutes long.
No, I don't.